What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If your portfolio took a little bit of a dip this week, well, you're not alone, as did mine. However, there is good news. Today I'm sharing with you a stock that not only did they not dip last week, but they're projected a 20% revenue growth going into 2021. Today's video, I'm breaking down what exactly this stock is, the future plans for the stock, their competition, why I think it's a undervalued stock price right now, and we'll discuss all of those things as we go forward. Now, if you're new to the channel, a couple weeks ago I did a top tech or top digital stock video that highlighted several stocks, and one of those stocks was PayPal and Venmo. Now, the more and more I started really looking at the company and determining whether if it's a good buy, if it's buy, sell, hold, or if it's a stock that I wanted to add to my portfolio, the more I realized I really like this stock. I like this company moving forward. I think there's a real chance to add some serious capital gains to my portfolio. I wanted to do a whole video highlighting PayPal and what they have to offer to pretty much everyone, if this is a stock that fits into your as well as my investment portfolio. But as always, before we get started, go ahead and do the channel a favor and hit that like button and or subscribe button. And as always, please do your own research, or if you're not comfortable doing your own research, consult with a certified financial advisor or planner before investing any of your hard-earned money into the stock market. Alright, so let's look at PayPal as a company and what they offer. PayPal is one of the world's leading online payment systems. They operate a vendor payment processing system that you've probably used at some point during an online transaction the past 5 to 10 years. They're also a Fortune 500 company and are currently on the S&P 500 index. PayPal also provides their own set of credit cards and credit line for consumers and customers. In addition to this, PayPal owns multiple companies to include companies like Venmo, Honey, and Braintree. And here's a fun fact before we go any further. One of PayPal's founders was a tech genius you may or may not have heard of before, called Elon Musk. PayPal is now in over 202 markets worldwide. They have 305 million active users at any given moment, and they're currently allowing customers and consumers to send, receive, hold, and transfer currency in over 25 different currencies. So the big question of today in this video is, why should you be looking into PayPal as an investment to your portfolio? Or if you already have PayPal, why should you continue to purchase PayPal shares to add to your portfolio? Simple answer is this: PayPal has seen some solid returns the past couple years, and their stock price really the past 5 years has seen some pretty tremendous growth that I think anyone would want to have in their portfolio. Past 5 years, their stock has seen an increase around 430%, and just this year it's up 75%. Now, obviously, there are several factors that is driving their stock price to what we're seeing today and seeing that tremendous growth the past 5 years. The first factor is revenue. Back in 2015, they reported to have $9.2 billion in revenue. Fast forward to 2019, they reported to have $17.7 billion in revenue. Analysts have graded the revenue growth and forward revenue growth at a modest B+ and A-, which is pretty outstanding considering today's market right now and involving tech stocks. Last quarter, they beat expectations by 20 cents a share and brought in an unexpected $264 million in additional revenue. Obviously, we can contribute some of this to COVID-19 and a huge increase of contactless transactions. But PayPal's total payment growth has grown almost 20% each quarter since Q1 back in 2019. But here's the deal. Any company can show revenue, they can show increase of sales, and that's great because that's what we as investors want to see from a company that we invest our money into. But for me, especially, tech stocks have to show more than revenue. They have to show more than sales of the product. They have to show one, innovation. You'll hear us talk about that, Adam and I, almost any video dealing with technology. You have to be innovative. You have to have a future for your company, and you have to have a vision or a path forward that I can buy into as an investor. And for me, PayPal meets all of those requirements or expectations that I have of a company. So right now, PayPal to me has a commanding lead over its nearest competitor. And right now, their nearest or dearest competitor or peer in this market is Square and Cash App. Now, PayPal last quarter announced they had over 346 million active users. Now, this includes users of PayPal, Venmo, Honey, and all their acquisitions or all the sub companies that PayPal owns. At the same time, Square and Cash App reported to only have around 50 million users. Venmo, which is owned by PayPal, is also ranked as the #2 financial app downloaded in the App Store. Now, obviously, I do not like this as an investor, but the #1 app that is downloaded right now and utilized is Cash App, PayPal's competitor. But here is the biggest thing that I like for us PayPal when we're talking about its competition, Square. Last quarter alone, Q2 2020, PayPal announced they had over $2.2 billion in free cash flow. By comparison, Square has reported they have around 500 million the same quarter of free cash flow. This is huge to me as an investor because it shows me that PayPal has the ability to expand their market in areas that people don't even realize. Having $2.2 billion of free money sitting on hand, free cash flow, think of it this way. Amazon doesn't pay out dividends because the more money Amazon makes, the more money it's able to buy companies like Whole Foods and a newspaper company, and the list goes on and on. That's because they use their ability to spend free cash flow and to grow their company. PayPal having $2.2 billion compared to Square's $500 million of free cash flow is no other. Obviously, it's not the billions or trillions that Amazon probably has, but it shows you the fact that they have money set on hand to expand the brand, to establish their product or their services in areas that they haven't already been there, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Overall, it's a great sign that a company is doing the right thing. They have more assets than liabilities. Now, in the business market, this is no rocket science. This is basic knowledge. In the business market, you have to have the ability to build partnerships, establish partnerships, or expand and work upon your existing partnerships to grow your business and grow your brand. And that's what PayPal has been doing. Recently, PayPal and MasterCard expanded their debit card services to more European businesses. The PayPal Business Debit MasterCard is now available in 5 new European countries to include Austria, France, Ireland, Italy, and Spain, in addition to existing availability in Germany, the United Kingdom, and of course the United States. In addition, PayPal and Visa around the same time expanded their partnerships to allow faster access to funds across the world. Person-to-person payments using Visa Direct, Visa's real-time push payment platform, experienced an almost 80% increase in transactions during the US during Q3 of 2020. Eligible PayPal customers can pay and get paid by friends, family, and businesses and move money quickly from their PayPal, Xoom, and Venmo accounts via Visa Direct to their eligible Visa cards. Now, I'm hoping this brief video just kind of gives you an idea of what I'm starting to see in PayPal. This is a stock that I wish I had invested into 3, 4, 5 years ago. I just didn't have the vision, or I didn't understand what they can do as far as providing services to customers all around the world. Thank goodness for COVID-19, because with anything bad you have to turn it to good. This has just allowed me to kind of give a better understanding or a better perspective of tech stocks like PayPal and even Square and what they can offer consumers, and in return build their brand so us as investors can really increase our portfolio and gain the capital gains that we want to gain out of it. Thanks for watching today, guys. Please feel free, as always, put those comments in the comment section. Let me know if you like this stock or if you're avoiding this stock by all costs. And if you haven't done already, hit that like button and or subscribe button so you get access or notifications for all the new videos coming out from Broke Man Finance, from Adam and I. And we'll see you on the next video.